What's up guys, Bluddshed here. Today we're going to talk about like the best way to level, the fastest way to level here in Lost Ark. This is going to be geared toward the NA/EU launch coming up here in February. On my website bloodshed.com, I have a Lost Ark section. I do plan on adding a cheat sheet for leveling, that way you don't have to remember everything in the video. So look for that in the future. I've just been really sick the last week. This new year's been a little tough, and I'm gonna have individual class sections with leveling guides for everything. So I'm adding it. I should get it all out before the launch. All these videos do take time to make, so if I can get an early like on the video, I would appreciate it. Why would someone rush in the first place? Like, why even go through the trouble of rushing to endgame? Well, a lot of us like game planning and being efficient, and some of us find that just as fun as actually playing the game, right? Getting everything dialed in and adding to the hype, building to the momentum toward release. It's just fun to race with the community and all that stuff. But the main reason is everybody wants to get to endgame as soon as possible. A lot of the stuff is time gated, like you can only do so many dailies, so many weeklies, obviously. So getting those quests completed as soon as possible, even on day one, will give you a little bit of an advantage, and it's just fun. But again, don't feel obligated. All right, once you pick your character here and you're ready to go, you talk to Beatrice, you jump through the portal. After the cutscene, you're gonna get off the boat, and it's gonna give you an option to skip the prologue or not skip the prologue. This will save you about 25 minutes, give or take. So I usually just skip it. It puts you at level 10, which is really nice. Gets you right into the action as soon as possible. This game's pretty awesome. It gives you a mount and a pet really early on. The mount's obviously good. You always want to mount up. It's going to give you mobility to get around. The pets are great in the game also, as they pick up everything: gear, gold, materials. It's just more efficient than having to click G or to have to click on each item individually. If this is your second character, or if you bought a founder's pack, you can hit Alt P on the keyboard to bring up the pet menu and equip your pet right away, and then you never have to worry about it again, right until you want to switch pets or whatever. The mount, you can't miss it. It's tied to the main story quests, so just follow along. We'll talk more about main story quests here shortly. The pet quest is actually a purple quest, so if you see this pop up around level 14, I made a new account just to have this quest again. You just go back to the first town and talk to Lucy, and then she'll give you the quest for your little rabbit pet right away. If you're like level 14 and you don't see anything, hit the quest journal and see if it shows up on the left side. It should be a purple quest. They're called legacy quests. Legacy means it's for your whole account, so you only have to do this one time across all characters. All right, so this is the most important part of the whole video. You're only gonna do main story quests and red quests till Arthentine, and I'll show you what that looks like here shortly. The gold eventually turns to blue, so don't get confused. Once you get your ship, it's kind of like ship is water, the world is blue, so eventually your main story quests turn to blue, right? So you just do these gold ones and red quests. I'm about to hit a red quest right now on the screen, so you'll see what that looks like when you encounter it. They're like these pop-up quests that usually take like 30 seconds to complete. It'll just say like kill a few enemies. They're definitely worth your time. So gold and red quests only. And then here I am in Arthentine, okay? It's very distinct. You're going to recognize this place. It's like a steampunk area. So just red and world quests, and this is what the world quests look like once you get your ship. They're like blue, right? You can see that. So the gold world quests turn to blue. So you're just gonna do red and world quests until you hit this zone, Arthentine. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but this is the area, right? It's Arthentine right here. Once you get here, you're gonna do your red quest still, you're gonna do your main story quest still, and you're gonna do every single yellow side quest in the whole zone, as you need that XP to hit level 50. Otherwise you'll be like 49.5 or whatever. You'll be like a couple 100K behind. So make sure you do all the quests in the zone as you're running through it. Like these yellow quests that you see pop up. This is what worked for me. Otherwise you'll be a little bit short if you just do red and main story quests till 50. Okay, I have tons of leveling tips for you guys, so let's go ahead and get through that. Always grab these triports. This is how you're gonna travel around the map. A lot of times you can walk right past them in the open world and forget about them. This is what's gonna save you a lot of time, so you can get around a lot faster or get back to where you're going and not have to run and do that extra time. So always grab triports. You can alt click easily with the overlay. So you use tab or whatever button you have to bring up your overlay map. And if you push alt and left click, you can just teleport directly from your map instead of having to bring up the normal map with M and then do it that way. It's just faster. A lot of times you usually have your overlay map up anyway. Silver is the main currency of Lost Ark. Don't feel guilty spending it on teleporting. I would teleport everywhere. Like wherever you're going, my quest is down here, and just keep using it, right? It's just more efficient to get around, and you're gonna get so much of it, it won't really matter that much. At least in tier 1, it doesn't matter. If you're in a dungeon or an instance, some zones are oddly instanced. You can just teleport out, bring up F2, bring up your song list, and hit Song of Escape, or you can drag it to your hotbar, obviously, and then it'll just teleport you out of the zone, right? So you don't have to even pay for the teleport sometimes. You can just get out of there instead of running out. It does take extra time. Whenever I'm lost on what to do, all you do is click this little diamond thing shape here, and then it shows you exactly the zone. It even highlights it on where to go. So it's really easy to know where you gotta go and to get around. So as you're leveling, you're gonna get lots of unwanted loot. It's super easy to get rid of it. You just open up the dismantle menu and you just click on whatever type you want to send. So you can send it all over instantly in the field while you're moving, in the middle of a boss fight, whatever, right? And hit dismantle, and then boom, you get all the parts for it. The leveling parts look like junk dust and small pieces, stuff like that. This actually sells for more to the vendor. So just dismantle it in the field, and then when you do get to the vendor, you just sell them the dust, and you make more money that way. If you're playing and it's NA EU launch and shit's crowded and it's hard to get quests done, which there's only a few quests where it could be a problem, but if it's an issue, just to the top right of the screen, you can actually change channels, and then it might be less populated over there, and it's like a whole new zone, right? So it's almost, it happens dynamically, so the more people in the zone, the more channels you get, and like there's less people here, and then I can click on my NPC or whatever I want to do. This is a small tip, but always hit dash on cooldown. You can even do it on your mount, and then you have a separate one on your mount, right? So you can dash, and then you can also jump on your mount or move. Different mounts have different abilities, which is cool. But yeah, always use dash. Just get around, try to be efficient. When you want to talk to an NPC, it's actually faster to hit the G key than click on them, especially if there's other people around. It could be problematic, or sometimes it doesn't like click. Like I just clicked on him right there. You see how it was weird? So I just went up to him and I hit G, and then boom, it goes right into the cutscene. And from here, you don't actually have to spam G like it's showing here on the bottom left. You can just push left click, which I didn't know the first few hours I was playing. You can just spam left click and it's way faster, and then you can hit accept and then get on with your way. On the first playthrough, also, you can't skip a lot of the cutscenes, but some of them you can, so just pay attention to it. I'm always hitting escape. All right, this next tip is really huge, okay? So you're gonna get lots of potions on your journey while leveling. There's regen potions. You can see it does health over a certain amount of seconds, so like 900 over 8 seconds, 1592 over 8 seconds. Use these. These are here. They give you a lot of potions. Don't die. It's inefficient to die and have to run back and this and that. So yeah, just go ahead and use all these. But these ones, the percentage-based potions, these are like raid potions. Do not use these. Save these for later on in content, right? 30% of your maximum HP. You can only use these ones actually in raids. So regen good, percentage bad. Don't use them. Just save them. Stockpile them. Also, these like resurrection feathers stack per account. So right click them if you got them. Like this kind of stuff. Just right click it, get it out of your inventory. You know, we got buffs here. Use the buffs. Click a lot of the stuff to click on. Like here's an emote. Now I'm learning the emote. You can use it all and get it out of your inventory. Some quests do require emotes, so make sure you have it and make sure you learn it. If you're trying to equip a ring in your alt slot, so if I want to put the green ring here, you hold down alt and hit right click, alt right click, and then it sends it to your alt, just like Diablo, if you guys play Diablo. So if you get an upgrade and you don't have to like go in and try to like move things around to do it. And that's pretty much it. Again, focus on that main story, focus on those red quests till you get to the steampunk continent, and then do everything until 50, and you guys will hit it in no time, get to that end game ASAP. Remember to like the video if it helped you out. Again, I have a website with a Lost Ark section. I'm building it out currently. There's gonna be tons of builds, tons of guides on there to give you guys all the information possible. And I'm gonna have those cheat sheets, right? So there's gonna be a leveling cheat sheet with all this information on it. That way you don't have to remember it if you wanna have it up in the corner while you're leveling. I do it for Diablo 3, so it's easy to kind of, it's similar to what I already do type of content. If you guys have any other tips and tricks, leave them in the comments below. People might be trolling the comments, looking down there, you know, getting more tips to make their leveling run even faster. It should take you 12 to 16 hours if you follow this method. But if it ends up taking you around 20, you know, enjoy the ride and just don't sweat, right? Just enjoy the game. That's gonna be all for me today. This is Bluddshed and I'm out of here. Peace.